Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday. 8:30 we tuning in here. When you all the fed, the food and the music, we'll be talking about everything. When you rock the box, that's the spot. So you want to hear about events and things. Rock the box, that's the spot. Want to know which music in tongue popping. Rock the box, that's the spot. Where about events and things.
Well, a wonderful good evening to your Grenada Caribbean, Peter Martin, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, to you wherever you are. It's a Thursday evening, and we're coming to you live from the studios up here at Observatory Road, the place that we affectionately call the Icebox. If you're not sure why it's called the Icebox, well, later on, as Cecil Noel, he's found himself on an uncomfortable position, but it is what it is. Sometimes in life, there's some things you can't do anything about it. Cecil's in the studio representing SMC. My dear lady, Denisha, she's representing some of the most glorious, fashionable, well put together ladies I've seen in quite a while. I swore when I was at Lyman's, what's that lunch you guys had? I swore I was in Brazil. Troy's also in the house representing Flo. They had a crazy summer promotion that was launched. It's about SMC, Oro, Flo, and the carnival atmosphere. Our chef, he's in the house. He's going to be rustling up some really nice delicacy for us. I like my fish pan-seared with a little bit of Pierre Marcel wine. I hope he can provide me that. Everything is going to happen. It is Thursday evening. Call your mother, call your brother, call your sister, call your auntie, call your uncle, call everybody, anybody. Tell them it's Thursday night, and we are getting ready to rock the box. Your boy JC on another Thursday. For those of you, wherever you are on social media, we say thanks for being part of the conversation. If I do say anything that is inappropriate, sound appropriate, inappropriate, but does not violate our internal codes, I apologize. You don't like what I'm going to say next? I apologize. You don't like what I said before? I do apologize. Anything I may say wrong in the next hour and a half from now, Troy, I do apologize. Now that we've done that, folks, it's really a pleasure being here with you. Rock the Box, back live and in living colors. I'm just hoping that my IT guys could just take down. There's a bit of a reverb in my ear. If you can assist me with that, I'll be perfectly fine. But this evening, folks, we want to talk all things carnival. When I say all things carnival, when it the comfort and luxury of his home, and he decides to join me in the studio. Cecil, it's good to have you here. I've known Cecil many, many years. We were good friends in our former lives. We've been good friends in another life, which is the television series. And we're good friends in this life. What's up, Cecil?
Good, man. Good. Good night to you, Joe, and good night to the listening and viewing audience. And it's a pleasure being on Rock the Box. All things spicy and all things spice mass.
I mean, I know I'm getting old.
Yeah.
There's no arguments over that. But you seem to have gotten to a point where you've plateaued. And I thought in most cases from there, you're going downhill. It's as though you're there and you're basking up in the heavens, looking down on us mortals, staying forever young.
That's the idea. That's what we all should be striving for. You know, it's about trying to keep self well and doing the things that are fitting right, honorably, if I may say so. So we got to go, but don't worry, you're not too far behind.
For what?
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you talk about the money and all those other things, fine, I fully accept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since I'm not one of the guys afraid, I know I'm old. Janelle normally the other
day. You see the difference? One is bald and one, you see? So I'm telling you.
Since, do I look gray? Do I look gray to you?
No, you can't look gray when there's nothing to be seen.
I told somebody I'm not gray at all, and like reading Joe, I say I have no shades of gray at all. Nothing.
Absolutely.
But anyway, it's good to have you. Denisha, what have you been up to?
Hi, good night. Or what Oro's been up to?
No, I didn't ask you that. You're behaving like a politician now. I ask you what you've been up to.
I've been busy in regards to work, children, Carnival, I've been pretty busy for the last couple of months.
How many kids? 5 or 6?
2, boy and girl.
I was just picking a number randomly from the sky. Yeah.
All right.
I was just about to say, if it's 5 or 6, you look wonderful for
I was
that.
just saying, I look like a 5 or 6 girl.
And I'm saying, if in case it is 5 or 6, you've done well. Better than most cases than West Indies.
Thank you.
And my boy Troy tell me, I was with you guys about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You did a launch of a summer promotion. Things set up, man.
Yeah, man, the thing set up real nice. I mean, it's all about win easy with flow this carnival. You know, we're giving all of our customers an opportunity. Sorry, let me correct myself.
Go ahead.
All of our current customers and all of the customers that we are anticipating that we will get throughout the carnival season, both locally and from abroad, we're giving them all a chance to win tons of prizes, over 8,000 prizes, or valued over $150,000.
Hold on, because I like to get, especially these figures, I know politicians, they flaunt figures, hoping that the masses get it wrong. Over 8,000 gifts, you say?
8,000 individual prizes.
Individual prizes?
Yeah.
So what prize do you have for me this evening? Make it 8,001.
Well, yeah, don't worry, man. This evening I walked with a few, vouchers, tickets, and so on that we can give away to some of the lucky customers that are viewing the show tonight.
Wonderful. But let's put things in perspective, because, of course, if there's no carnival, because you've partnered with the SMC to make sure that you have a really bumper time, you've also part of the conversation is Denisha and the wonderful folks from Oro that's going to make sure that this year's carnival is going to be a wow, a sight for sore eyes. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be wow. Yeah. But let's seriously, guys. Let's talk. I mean, again, for those who missed it, congratulations on your appointment. But let's talk. Where are things that we no longer are we dotting I's, crossing T's? What's the plan as we get ready for Spice Mass 2023?
Oh man, the plan is a plan. And the plan is evolution. We hear evolution, we hear about change. It's all about trying to do things and working towards doing things differently. But not just differently, but differently in a very positive way. You think about the various stakeholders, for example, involved in Spice Mass, whether it's from the steel band, the mass bands, the Calypsonians, the Queens. What we're hoping to do and what we're working towards, it's all making it a big change, something that will be memorable, something that people will say, yes, it's worth it. So we're really working towards, a carnival that is something that is going to be awesome. The plans are going, for example, for those of you who are already viewing, we know the Queen contestants, they are really kicking up a storm, if I may say so. Getting things
really? You have
front.
What do you have?
Yeah.
Martial arts, self-defense class?
You need to check them. But I mean, so we have the Queens doing that. We have the Panmen, they are in a sense really thinking deep of what we're going to do to make Panorama something different. As a matter of fact, only yesterday I saw a clip of one of the steel bands, and their approach is also so evolutionized, if I may say it that way, that they actually launched the tune. And what things like that is going to do is stir up the interest, get people start listening to the songs and getting familiar with it. We have the mass bands, and you already spoke of it. You see the bands being launched, Fancy Mass Band being launched. You have seen them. Traditional mass, we all there with them because it's one of our main aspects of our culture when we're talking about Spice Mass. So we're working hard with the traditional mass to make sure that, one, they're sustained, that they grow, and we expect to see a really big presence on the streets for this year.
What's the biggest challenge, or what's the greatest challenge, though, as it relates to the traditional aspect of mass? Because some have argued it's on a slippery slope, heading downhill, not sure that flow could stop.
But I think for most part, quite similar to some of what happened with Patois. And I'm saying it that way because I'm really hoping we can save it and not allow it to go down that same slippery slopes. So what you have is a lot of the elderly people who know the mask, who understand how to make the mask, make the costume, the clogs for the Vaco, the Wild Indian costume. A lot of them, for different reasons, either passed on or take a back seat. And I think it's a whole matter of encouraging them. When I say encouraging them as the elder folks to pass it on, to teach it, but more so, there should be some emphasis in terms of getting the traditional mask out to where the young people are, the schools. Bring it to the village. Let people see what it is and understand how to make the costumes, why you play it, how you play it. Understand the whole history behind it. Because I think if you understand the history of the jab and the Vaco and short knee and why they were displayed and portrayed the way they are portrayed, I think people have a better appreciation, because it's all part of our culture, all part of our history, the things we had to do sometime to be able to survive. You know, the whole question of masking ourselves so we could afford to tell Joe what we want and he don't know it's us.
You tried.
In terms of covering our face and our voice. but no, so we are making some strides, and it's going really well. And of course we have the soca and calypso artists.
And
again,
while we have soca and calypso
well.
artists, we have TC and Blaze. They're on the outside, so they're going to be in a while.
Good. So we working and, you know, we really want to put on a first-class event. But we don't just want it to be this year. We want it to be something that's ongoing. So we're looking at all the different aspects of the carnival that we need to address to make sure that it, in fact, grows.
Revolutionizing the carnival, that you say, and I'm assuming that when you got in the office, there was already a roadmap, a blueprint that was sitting there that you just literally have to tweak, or is it that every year we do this thing from scratch?
Well,
and I hope, before you go, I want you to think of your answer, think of it quite carefully, because I'm listening to you.
First of all, it's not revolutionize, it's evolutionize. That's the first thing, right?
You want to go and get into the semantics? Revolution, okay.
Yeah, so but like, I guess like with any institution, and it's something we got to face up to, nothing really happens and just happen overnight and you feel all about it and say, I did it all. Things were in place, or I should say things were already happening before I got there. Of course, getting there and seeing what's there, you now have the opportunity to try to see what you can do differently or better, you know, or make little changes. But yes, a number of things were already in place and there, so I am there now taking that next step to make sure that it move forward. Again, if I should go back, we start, let's say, with the Queen Show, which for most part is one that we can start, because we did something different this year, which is called a casting call, where we basically invite all who are interested in becoming a contestant to come participate. They were evaluated, may I say judged, and then selected.
Denisha was part of the casting process?
Well, she most certainly would have been one of them.
I mean, I'm thinking quite naturally. I'm thinking quite naturally. And all those girls that were with Aura, I mean, did we select? Look at that.
So as I said, a number of things here were in trade, and I'm just explaining. So with a different approach we taken, we really hoping not only to see the events better, but even the setup. You look at what happened for the launch, and you should get a feel from that of where we want to go with Spice Mass this year.
Hold that thought right there. The question is, where do we want to go with Spice Mass? I'm getting ready to, I'm thinking, I hear Spice Mass, I'm thinking oral. I'm thinking colors of splendor, raptures of grandeur, great delight, a feast for the eyes. Denisha, tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong?
No, of course not. But that question that you just asked us about Queen, let's just make that note. I am a past Queen because I used to be Queen of the band for commentary. So I did win Queen already.
Well, thanks for having rearranged my ignorance. Put that in the right perspective.
Yes.
But let's talk, what's happening with Oro for
2023? Well, Oro is pretty busy. Yeah. I can say we are putting things in place. Our registration is closing soon. So persons who has not registered yet, I believe once you're playing with Oro to get that epic, luxurious experience, I suggest you do that now so that we can move forward. But in terms of production and being able to give our masqueraders that experience that we want to, we are now well, I shouldn't say pen to paper, but now putting logistics and things in place. So we have production moving, we have logistics in terms of music, in terms of DJs and all these things, and just trying to put things in place so that when that time comes around, there's no rush, there's no issues, there's no problems. Last year we had a little minor hiccups. However, I believe that the road experience that we gave our masqueraders was one to remember, that have them coming back this year. And I mean the costumes as well, which is one of the major parts. Everybody's loving it. Everybody can't wait for Spice Mass 2023. So we're doing what we need to do, and we're hoping to see everybody on the road. In terms of our stakeholders as SMC and Flow, we all join together to ensure that the product of Carnival for Grenada is one to remember, and that it will grow as years come.
Let me ask you, because I like to start provoking thoughts, and I was telling myself that I don't want to go there. I mean, you've had varied conversations regarding. I saw at the lunch, and some people may have varied thoughts about what they see, what they think, or what they're not thinking. When you thought of that grandiose, luxurious feel, I'm assuming you are catering for a specific clientele. Or who are you catering for? Is it everybody on board? Your costumes cater for everybody? Because one of the points that was made during the launch is that the costumes can be customized. Right,
so all costumes can be customized. I know there's different body types, there's different variations. Persons may prefer stuff like high waist panty. Some persons would rather a full coverage bodysuit. Some persons would like a thong or wire bra, whatever it is.
A thong or what?
Wire bra.
A wire bra. Oh, sorry.
A full coverage bra. But at Oro, we are able to. We may not show everything, but once you go onto our website, you'll be able to select. So it depends on your body type. If you are a full-grown woman and you want to get that full coverage in terms of your bra, that option is available online. If you want to have that nice bikini cut unders, you'll be able to get that online. So we do take into consideration different body types and different persons. We cater for everybody. We may not show everything at the night, because probably if we're going to show all the options on the night, we'll be there until morning, technically. But but we have that options online, so persons can check it out and they'll be able to see.
Well, Troy.
Right.
You in with Aura, right? You're in with them.
All in.
I mean, the way I saw you during the photo ops, I said, I know, Chef, you're playing security or playing security.
Yeah, we have to protect the investment.
But I mean, you certainly found that as you look at your role at the Flow's summer promotion. I can reasonably assume you found a perfect partners with SMC and Oro and many of the other sponsors that would allow for these 8,000 prizes
8,000
and everything
individual
else?
prizes, of course. So I mean, it's summer, it's Carnival. And we're all about bringing that Carnival experience to all of our customers that are existing and that are going to be coming on board. SMC is going to allow us to be able to give our customers a full experience for the Carnival season. So we're talking about from the semis all the way down into the finals on the night. You're going to be able to win tickets to go to those events. You could win season pass tickets. You could win individual tickets. With Oro, you're going to be able to win costumes. You're going to be able to win tickets to some of the events, because I mean, at the end of the day, Oro is not just 2 days on the road. They have a bunch of events that are going to be going down the line throughout the season. So we have, Posh coming up. Yeah, we have the Duckwork Cruise.
Yeah, we have Chic, which is lower down in the year. So we have different events that we promote.
When you say lower down the year, now I wanted to appreciate what you mean lower down the year. No, there's a reason why I'm asking you that. No. I know you people always think I'm trying to set them up. So whenever I ask questions, people start thinking twice. Should I respond to JC? Is he trying to set? And I see you trying to read where I'm going with it. And even before you answer it, I'll probably go back to Sess though. I've often said I think Carnival should not be just that August. That period leading up to August. It should be a conversation that is year-round. Yeah. So when you said you have events down the line, I was thinking, great, that's where the conversation should be. So that's, I mean, I'm assuming that's something that the SMC will certainly applaud, not just for fancy mass groups like Oro, but traditional mass. You made mention of having a conversation, taking it to the schools.
And let me just continue, because I know I spoke a little bit of, for example, the Queen Show. Even at this stage, what we're doing, and I'm hoping that the soca artists out there are hearing, because this is their period for registration. They should have started, or that's already started, and that's going to close on the 9th of June. Now, it's really critical that the registration takes place and takes place early enough. So we encourage them to come out. And this, you see, I'm making mention of it because, as we know, the soca and the soca performances from the artists is one of the, should I say, critical element, one of the things that people look forward to. So these are some of the things that we are doing. I mean, I make mention of the launch. Again, very historic. We had a launch in a very successful launch as well in New York, where we went out there to show a little bit of all that you expect, whether it's the fancy traditional mass, the soca artists, and the whole aim of that is to make sure that people get that feel outside there and are encouraged and attracted to come in for Spice Mass. So again, I'm just using opportunity as well to remind the soca artists, Groovy and Power, to make sure they do their registration.
Am I getting the sense that that is a specific and direct appeal to them? Is it that you find the process a little too stagnated and you want to maybe inject some life into them? Is that the sense?
Well, it's a double barrel. I tell you what happens. Usually what happens is that there's a kind of lull, and then just before the 9th, as I say, when it ends, you have everybody trying to come in. And so we want to make sure that our aim at the office is to make sure that things are done like up front, so we do not have, that it's easier to manage both for the artists themselves as well as for us. And this is the plan we want. This is how we plan to go forward. Even with all the various events, we want to plan them up front and just be able to roll them out thereafter. So apart from the artists, even we still looking for partnership. So you may have corporate Grenada outside there, companies or even individuals who wish to come on board. We are here and we're willing to work. As Troy made mention earlier on, when we do Spice Mass, the amount of people we attract here, everybody benefits from it. Everybody. If you really think of it, whether airlines, hotel, the taxi, the people who do bureen, whatever it is. So we really see it fit to encourage everyone to come on board and partner with us. So we're doing that.
Have we gotten to the point where we see Carnival as a product that has to be packaged?
Yes, very much so.
And sold?
And Denisha made mention of it, which is why we had to work as a team, irrespective of which area we represent. Whether it's traditional mass, fancy mass, whether it's the corporate sponsors, we got to work as a team to make sure that we make this happen. Even if we're talking about the people who we need to do tender, and even they too are reminded and encouraged to send in the tenders. If you check the website, you will see all the different things. For all the different events, we're going to need, whether it's light, sound, tent, and we see it all as one big collaborative effort to make that product really epic. I know it's a word that we hear a lot these days, but that's the reality. We can only do it if everybody come together and play their part and come on board.
Back at you, Denisha. In recent times, there's been concerns of the lack of creativity in some of the fancy mass offerings. But I must say that for Oro, and I hope it was you, yes, it was you, that you guys had, as a part of the build-up, but it was a month, 2 ago, is there a workshop that you're offering that teaching young persons, interested persons in the art how to be able to appreciate making these costumes?
Yes.
How's that been going?
Well, we haven't started that yet. Yet. No, we haven't started that yet because we are working with the NTA, as I mentioned before, in order to get the curriculum perfect for everyone will be able to benefit and gain the CVQ certificate.
Right.
But as Cecil said, it is something that we really need to get out there, because the only how the mass or the culture can move forward is if we teach the younger persons how to do it so that going forward, you know, we grow. I know in terms of myself, as a child, I would have played with Comancheros, and it's because of the teaching I would have gotten from them, I was able to do this now. You know, so it's a matter whereby you go out there and you bring it to the schools, you bring it to the kids or in the communities, because it could only start with them. I mean, 10 years down the road, I may be playing mass still, but I would love that, you know, someone younger than me that could take over and continue that whole tradition, be able to produce costume designs. There is, in terms of the business of mass design and production, there is interest out there, because it's not only the designer, but it's the persons that can draw, the persons that can sew, the persons that crafty with their hands, who could do some welding, who can do, you know, so there's different persons that they can be able to do it, and I believe that once we get the curriculum in place and so forth, and we bring it out, we will have a lot of interest and take it forward.
Do you have room for persons to do narration and all of that? Because I'm trying to figure out how I fit into all of that. Yes, no, maybe, perhaps, Troy?
We'll have to think about that, yeah, but most likely everybody's welcome.
Well, here's what we'll do. I don't have to think about this, though, Seth.
But the truth, Joe, I mean, it's extremely important. I think it's part of what maybe we've been missing over the years. So, for example, we see traditional mass as something that, quote unquote, we probably just get the clothes, put it on for 2 days, and then pack it up. But I think if we want to see spice mass and we want to see the culture grow, we have to take it beyond that level. So, for example, the traditional mass bands and leaders need to see the need, or should see the need now, to, with their creativity, with what they're doing, to be able to get an income from it.
Yes.
So you have things like GTA, for example, the cruise ships coming in, the planes coming in. Why is it do we have to wait and just put on our costume as Vaco or Wild Indian or whatever it is for just that time? Why can't we be displaying it throughout the year in a smaller way and making a living? And I think that's part of the process, part of the message that we need to disseminate to the public, so that people see the need and get involved, so then we have it growing. It's the same thing for the steel pan. It's the same thing for the soca artists. You know, I honestly believe we just need to put more life into what we do. There are a lot of opportunities out there, but I don't think sufficient is being done either from that of a thought process as well as actually making it happen. And that's the kind of evolution we want to see. We want to
not much being done from that of a thought process. Who's not thinking? I'm not quite sure. I can tell you who is thinking. Seth is thinking, Denisha Choice here. Let me in the comment. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to, of course, do some giveaways. We have tours of soca artists here. We have our friends from Tropical Restaurant in Grand Mall. They are also here. I feel for a drink of water, and I also think you need a drink of water. We take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back, Grenada.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Rhythms of Spice is back Sunday, June 11, 3 p.m. at Mount Cinnamon Lawn. A spicy, classy explosion of Grenadian talent featuring project music, Fahrenheit, Zorina Andel, Godson Brown, Cool Jazz Band, Angel Hobbs, Tivoli Dancers, and special guest Tony Paul and Vonette Bickford from Trinidad. Rhythms of Spice, June 11, 3 p.m. Mount Cinnamon Lawn. Tickets $50 on sale at Grenadian Optical, St. George's, Art and Soul, Spiceland Mall, Gittins Pharmacy, in Granville, and Go to Fed. More at the door. Children 12 and on the free. Sponsors: Grenada Tourism Authority, Ministry of Culture, Kalinago Hotel, Hubbard's, GBN, Boss FM, Real FM, HD Sounds, Danny D, Bryden's, Independence Agencies, Gabriel's Rental, Cafe Skyline, and Comon Medical. Walk with your picnic chairs and beach towels.
Hubbard's is once again innovating the way you shop with its new online store, providing 24-hour shopping convenience. You can shop now for appliances, hardware, houseware, building material, and more. Free delivery island-wide. Start shopping now at hubbardshardware.gd. Safe, convenient, reliable.
On Saturday, July 29, Montrouge Plainfield will be transformed into a sea of grills as food, fun, and friends collide. It's the 10th annual Maggie King of the Grill competition. The best chef and barbecue kings and queens compete for cash, a new grill, and the title of Maggie King of the Grill. Come savor the flavors. Try to bust the ice cold bar and let the kids have their way in the bouncing castles, pony rides, slides, and games. Try your hand at dominoes or the beer and leg competition and win instant cash. Come 7 p.m. you go stateside to enjoy performances from top local acts. It's a whole evening of fun at the Maggie King of the Grill. Saturday, July 29 at the Montrouge Plainfield. Gates open from 12 noon. $10 gets you on the inside. Powered by Maggie, Hot 98, and GBN Television.
Mr. mentioned the wing kai, then you have things like manual must come back, you know. We have the low power that.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Feel good facts.
Help prevent cold and flu by washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. That's the time it takes to remove most germs. No soap and water? No worries when you've got alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday. 8:30 we tuning in here. When you all the fed, the food and the music, we'll be talking about everything. When you rock the box, dicey spot, so you want to hear about events. dance and ting. Rock the box, that's the spot. Want to know which music in tongue popping? Rock the box, that's the spot where we discussing all your favorite things. Rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box.
All Island liquor, mouth paint and powder, we sharpen like a razor. We've lost one top cop, but we got one top cat in the studio. It's your boy JC, welcome back to Rock the Box on the Thursday night. And we are going full flight. All friends, good pals, those who promise you mango, they say the next time they see you in studio. But of course, what happens in the studio stays in the studio. I won't call any name for fear that I lose and break up the friendship. But I'm going to let it know that when you promise things, you must deliver, Talprey.
It wasn't me.
But what you say? I didn't call no name.
I feel you're throwing that, but you're throwing some talk inside there. So you can point a finger in here, man. It's not me. I know it's down the line. It's down the line.
A man somewhere over there, guys. I mean, welcome to the program. It has been a while. It's good to have you guys back. And we always know that carnival is in the air when we see Blazer decide to get out from his regular Thursday night excursions. That I won't tell you what it is, where it happens, how it happens, and with whom. And he says, let him pay a little visit to his boy JC. Blazer, what's happening, comrade?
Well, since that Top Cat forget the mango, we go see who left the mango.
Why they call Top Cat name? We exposed the mango.
We good, you know.
You guys good?
Yeah, man.
Top Cat, what's up?
Yeah, well, I'm great.
I see you come in short pants tonight?
Doing fine, yeah. Hawaiian style, man.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I know with dengue out that we're doing a lot of, the plan is to reduce the mosquito population. I guess you're confident that the mosquito population is dying and dwindling out, so you can put on short pants and come out.
Yeah, you're frightened of me.
But boy, Pre, it's always a pleasure to have you. What's in the pipeline for you?
Well, so many things, you know. I mean, when you see me at this time, you know that the things start. You understand? So we have the music out. I mean, a lot more music to come. As a matter of fact, I'm celebrating. I'll be 50 years if you look on social media.
15?
Well, I wish it was. You know. But Talprey turned 50 this year, so
nice, man.
People look out. It's a celebration this year. Pre-day is, you know, we start doing the promotion already. I can tell you that Spice Mass, you better be ready because this is going to be one of the biggest carnival ever. I know I can feel it, and I know I can feel it from, you know, the people abroad, especially the visitors, the people returning home. Listen, this is going to be one of the biggest Spice Mass ever.
I get 50 for Talprey is a precursor to Grenada celebrating 50. You set in the tempo?
Yeah, and Independence, I'm as old as Independence. So, you know, anytime Independence celebrate, I do the same way. I started Independence is right after. So, right. So Grenada would be 50 years next year, Independence.
So you just started the match?
I started. Right. So this year we starting it. Pre-day, Talprey turned 50. People get ready for this one, and a lot of music in store. A lot of music, I can say. I'm sorry that I feel like it's gonna be all together because I feel like there should be more music out already. I mean, normally sometimes the songs go from Carriacou Carnival and come down into the Carnival. I find I see a decline this year, but I know what's going to happen. There's a million songs going to come between that 2 month space of time.
Why though? Why that seeming decline?
I don't know. I mean, as I said, Carriacou normally started.
Right.
And I don't know if it's the songs or the amount of songs or whatever. I just feel that there's a decline, not as usual. But I know that there's a lot in. So much artists are finishing up their music in studio and stuff. I know we're going to get a lot of music at one time. I can feel that.
A lot of artists, there's a decline, but not for Top Cat and Blazer. I mean, you two, mean, COVID come, all you the team.
We there.
You're always there.
Yeah. Yes, we have to stay relevant. That's it. That's the whole idea.
What's the plan for Carnival, for Spice Mass 2020?
Well, we have a lot in store. we released 4 songs already, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
We released 2 songs on one day.
On one day.
Yeah.
We released one earlier on this week, which is called Pan Patty. It's a still pan.
It's decent. I like it.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. You've got my nod of approval.
Okay.
And I'm not one of those party carnival guys. Seth will tell you. Troy will tell you. But when I listen to it, I'm like, It's like when I heard Pre-Date Michelle, I was like, that sucker, you hold them, boy. You hold them. Although he tried to deny and say he's not that to say it.
A conch shell.
But I met her, eventually. After the police spoke with you?
Conch shell.
Yeah, I've told you. I met Michelle after the police spoke with you.
You met D Shell.
Yeah, so guys, I mean, but the conference, what's the mood like as we go get into the build-up for you artists? I mean, Blazer.
Say that again.
What's the mood like up there?
Well, we drop in music, and as Talpri said, I feel in the vibes. The vibes is getting warmer, and it's full speed this year for me and Top Cat. We drop in all the music that we record this year. We're not holding back anything for next year, because as Talpri said, the mass usually starts from Carrico and a lot of music flood throughout, and then it comes back down to our carnival. But this year it really did drop, and I don't know what the artists are waiting for. I'm seeing enough posts on Facebook where people are complaining that the artists are not dropping music, but I believe it's just a specific amount of artists they want to see drop music. So
it's not okay. So you're saying okay. So I want you guys. I mean, you are a veteran of this. I mean, what is it you've seen you're not seeing? Tell me. I mean, you've been in this art form since an eternity.
No, as I said,
but what's not happening?
Years ago, there were a lot of late releasing songs,
right?
And then Carrico Carnival came about in a big way, like some big songs that coming down from Carrico, and it changed the whole dynamic. So what happened is then for a few years it was Carrico songs go into Grenada, and while the Carrico songs are there, songs from Carrico are there, Grenadian artists start to let go because the Carrico songs are dominated.
So is it that we say
you get the encouragement to drop it? So the energy would have made you even drop enough songs earlier. I just said there's a decline. I'm not sure what is it there.
Talk to SMC.
But there is a decline. But I know, as I said, we can prepare for a huge carnival this year. We have to be ready for a huge carnival. I represent Lavish, the band, and I mean, I can tell by the amount of people registered, and as only when we did the launch, in a matter of a week, the band was basically sold out. So I can tell, like, you feel the vibe, you know what's going on. So many people are hitting up, they come in, they want a place to stay, they want, I can feel it. So very soon, that's why I released a few songs, and I have plenty more to release. I am also, as I said, I'm getting ready for Talpri Turn 50, which is going to be a huge event. Guaranteed is one of the biggest events for a carnival. It is going to be very huge. It's my 50th, so I'm going huge with it. So, just look out. A lot of international acts, a lot of my Grenadian superstars would be there. We also have Uncle Talpri Kids Fest coming up. I'm doing pre-day, Toronto and New York also, and Grenada. So it's a lot in store. And I'm feeling the vibe. We know, most of the artists know what's going to happen. This year is going to be one of the biggest. We were thinking it's last year, but it's like last year is just the warm-up for this year. It's going to be the biggest carnival.
TC, do you get the sense that coming off of COVID that there's a hunger, a thirst? I mean, COVID changed the landscape for a lot of things, not just the musical art form, but our way of life. And some have said, they've argued, they've forwarded the idea that because of that absence for that 2 years, persons are saying, listen, they're digging deep and wanting to ensure, it's not about making up, but ensuring that they leave their legacy on the art form, because we're just not sure what's going to happen tomorrow.
Exactly. Yes, I think a lot of reflecting have been done, and people get, because even for myself, I never had so much sit-down time during the COVID, and I wrote songs that I never thought I would have been, writing. So you do a lot of soul searching, you find yourself, and now everything is just letting off.
So a lot of the songs that you wrote, do you actually have them up here in your head?
I did one you call Thank You. Yeah, I did Thank You during that time. I was just sitting there and I just wrote that song.
You did it by yourself or both?
Yeah, I did it by myself. Yeah, because Blazer maybe had them COVID. So
He had COVID?
Nah, just joking.
Yeah? COVID had catch bad man?
But there are people like me that don't catch COVID because I was always outside.
I mean, now we can say that casually, but I mean, honestly, that would have been a no conversation a year, 2 years ago. It would have been a no conversation.
I think people they just explore right now, and it's good. It's good. You know, a lot of people who haven't been even deep in the music, they've been showing themselves.
Do you prefer to do a cappella or be in studio with a live band?
I prefer the live band.
You prefer the live band?
I don't know, maybe because of doing calypso, it grow into doing that.
Live band make everything
but
sound
you get a different feeling from the live band.
Make it sound sweeter too.
Yeah.
But you assume that when I ask you that, and you say you prefer a live band, then I wouldn't make you do it.
No, I know every time I come here, you always try to catch me with something.
Yeah, I try not to mask it too much. So I ask you, so at least you could see it coming. But I thought you were trying to dodge me by telling me, no, I prefer to be in the studio, just give her vibes. Give me something a cappella.
You put me on the spot like that. I thought I'd come for a nice little interview. So I put in a shirt.
Just give us something. Give us something.
I have a few songs. I have a few songs to come. I'm thinking, which one of those should I even give right
One
now?
that doesn't require you to get under the chair and do backflips.
I have one that I have to test out. I think it's a good time to test it. It goes simple like that. Me and playing cricket with man, me and making joke with no man, me and playing sport with no man. I want to really understand what Grenada have. You know, I don't think I could have. I don't know. I might have the whole because I have to break that song in. First of all, you know we have a lot of good fast bowlers in Grenada and in Trinidad and Jamaica and you know Barbados. You know we have a lot. So wait. I don't want people to get the wrong idea of this song. It's very simple. Me and playing cricket with man, me and making joke with no man. I want to really understand what Grenada have bowlers. Grenada have real fast bowlers. Trinidad have bowlers. Trinidad have wicked bowlers. Jamaica have bowlers. Jamaica have real bad bowlers. Artists as bowl and everybody can bowl a ball. You understand? So, This is one of my favorite songs this year. I have a few songs, you know. But this is one I think I really love this one. Then I still have this year, I'm bringing back some tunes because girl, I still want to story it up with it. I have a few old songs that I'm bringing. There's so much I've coming for this year. I'm telling you, it's gonna be.
But I guess as part of the celebration, you have to take it from then until now.
I definitely did that. Yeah, I still say I have a new song saying, break a branch, root up a tree, climb up a fence, bring everything to me. Well, break a branch, root up a tree, mash on a fence, bring everything to me. Everybody, something in the air, put them up, something in the air. I am the job boss, certain things I endorse. If I say to wreck the place, then I will pay the damn cost. When there's the tune blast, they go say hurricane pass, flattening the place like if we making room for plane pass. Break a branch, root up a tree, climb up a
But I think I would focus more on the game of cricket. I like to see how those games. Today actually says I think the CWI actually did announce that I think Harper, Carl Hoop and two others, they announced their assistant bowlers and so on as they get ready for the upcoming. So maybe the song's appropriate, Cesar, but no comments, please. Blazer, give me something right off the cuff. I know you're creative.
He does give you a type of feeling, an accelerating feeling. You feel your start moving, and your feet start moving to the band you heading. I hear in a tenor pan play, a double tenor pan play pan. I hear in a guitar pan play pan. I hear in a quattro pan play pan. I hear in a tenor pan. A song in me head, in me head. Is the sweet rhythm of the pan, of off the pan.
Man and woman beating iron.
Sweet iron.
The melody raise the place.
Raise the place.
It's a city pretty smile on their face.
How are you going?
Hear the bassline ponging. Pump it in pong. Pump it in pong. Pump it in pong.
I mean, that's the kind of vibes, eh? And listen, and Free just fall in line one time.
We're artists.
I mean, let's talk about the industry now. I mean, collectively. I mean, we see collabs happening. I mean, we hear Sesh talking about evolutionizing and revolutionizing. We keep hearing about the term transforming, and we're not talking politics now, but seriously. Some have argued and questioned the quality of the music that we've heard. What's your thoughts on where the art form is, TC?
That's one thing when we started together. This is one thing that we really stressed on, is producing quality music. You know, and yeah, we go heavy on quality. I mean, we go all out, even though we don't get some of it here. I remember when we were doing Can't Tell Me in 2019. This song went through 3 studios before we were really satisfied with it.
Before we got it,
right.
And we had to send it back to the original producer of the rhythm and stuff. And when it came back, it was, you know. So quality, it's good for us, you know. But out there's still a few little thing. But it's some of the new guys, you know, they're still trying to find themselves. You know, but this is one thing that I stress on every time I go to an interview and anybody asks, you know, what you should be, you know, telling the young people coming up, you know, take your time, write your songs, make sure you get good quality, because if you don't have quality, the DJs don't play it.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I am sometimes wary of those little nursery rhymes that comes out. I'm honest. I hear a lot of nursery rhymes and I start thinking, really, you spend a whole year just to put up Jack and Jill.
And sometimes it's not a whole year, they just go in the studio, they freestyle it. And then they doesn't look it back. Watch me, sometimes I just have my music and listen to it, record it, go to the studio, record it, listen to it, and all tight, edit it, go back and change. And still sometimes when the song release, and I still listening I sing, you know, that word could have go there instead of that line could have been front that line, but it's already out. But that is just how music is. You always hear in a way you could improve it.
Is he making sense as a veteran in here?
It's a broad topic. If we're talking quality, then we're talking studio production. One of the things I see is that in Grenada, a lot of the arrangers, they're the producers, that also they want to mix, they want to master, they want to do the whole production. Right. But there are people who just are, you know, they're for engineers that do mastering. Yeah. There are people who do the entire production. There are people who specialize in mixing. Yeah. But for over the years in Grenada, what used to be happening is that most producers want to do everything. And when there are people for each, I mean, some have the talent to do it, but there are people who specialize in, right? I see a change in that over the years because, you know, some guys send to Barbados, they send to Jamaica, they send to New York to master, and you get better sounding because these people, basically that's their life, that's what they do. Yeah. In terms of the songs itself, quality of songs, I must say that Grenada take the most chances. Now I see Dominica and certain islands doing it, but Grenada take the most chances, and it's creativity.
Chances in terms of?
In terms of your writing, in terms of your songs. If you look at some of the biggest songs that come from Grenada, if you say Peeping, Old Woman Alone, Saltfish, just name it. They are basically funny songs.
Double meaning.
Run with it. Songs that are, if you give someone from the big islands that topic, they shut it down immediately. They're not going to sing that song. They wouldn't even sing that song. But we take a lot of chances because a lot of songs are just way of life, reality. It's just things that you would say to someone, so you just put it in a song, and a lot of them do work. I mean, a lot don't. So when they fail, you see the fault in them. But a lot of funny songs come from Grade and make it very huge out there. When I made Old Woman Alone, I talk about every bus, my father, window foot, Jim and Jim. I talk about I never thought of the song going anyway. It's a funny song, but it was one of the biggest soca songs in the world.
But certainly you would agree, though, that while you may have the funny ones that would take off, that there needs to be a greater concentration of artists penning some quality songs that could at least sustain themselves on the international market.
They do. But the funny ones seem to go bigger. Because I make a lot of serious songs, whether it's calypso, whether it's soca, and most of the funny songs is the ones you hear from that take out there from Talbring. So
quite an interesting conversation. Tell me what's next before we wrap this. What's next on your agenda for pre-day is coming up?
Yes, well, pre-day for sure. Join me with Lavish on the road. Definitely premium Lavish, the name speak for itself. We're ready for you. Even though you have to spectate because we already sold out. Come watch, come join next year some other time. Pre-day, Talbring 50, the celebration is going to be crazy. I have 10 of my international artists coming in for pre-day.
Right.
Huge artists coming in. And then all my Gradient superstars definitely will be there.
No, say that again, because you said all my Gradient superstars. And I feel a warm inside. Because most times I get left out.
You're there this time.
I'm in this year.
You're in this
Watch your camera and tell Gradient that JC in this year.
Jason in. Jason, you're in. I'll give you a ticket.
I'm in. You can't promise me that I'll be in the stadium on the night. But you can promise me
you have your ticket.
that
you're in. I'm in. Definitely. Yeah, man. Uncle Talbring is on the 29th of July. That's my birthday. That's when Talbring turned 50. Uncle Talbring, the kids' fete. Check it out. Stay tuned for more info. Pre-day, New York, pre-day Toronto, well, pre-day Wednesday, August 9th. You heard it. And so many new music coming out, a lot of new music. Stay tuned. Great music to come. I know a lot of the artists have their things. So you may even see, don't be surprised if you see Talbring in the soca mode. I am telling you, because I feel 50 years young. I'm not 50 years old. So don't be surprised. It's not a problem.
Are you hinting to something or you're just talking off the cuff?
I feel at 50, I don't feel like 50, I feel young. That's
you want to make a statement?
Let me see if I can just walk in with the young fellas and just teach them a lesson. Why not? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
The club is out, Top Blazer and Top Cat, and all of a sudden you all start telling yourself.
Well, if Talbring is coming in, when we ready for him?
You ready for him?
Yeah. That's what I want to hear.
You ready?
See, you ready for him?
Yeah. We ready. I could tell him, like a loaded clip, we're ready to fire. We were charged and ready for the war. They just did.
That's good, brother.
Folks, we got to take a break at this segment, but I just want to tell Pre he's not going anywhere because we have to wrap up that cricket match later on in the day. We'll talk about cricket. So that's the man TC Blazer Top Cat for folks in the Spice Match 2023. We get ready for a quick commercial break. The chef is in the house. So too is Lady Risa. She's also in the house. We'll be right back as we rock the box.
Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box.
Do you have muscular pain that no one can find a solution for? Are you tired of taking meds for joints and other pains? Hills and Valley Medicare Center on Grenville Street, St. George is here to help you heal. We will help you map a path to your full recovery. Visit us Monday to Saturday for a consultation with our on-site doctor, physiotherapist, and massage team. You will be glad you did. Our Medicare Center, a proud member of the Hills and Valley group of companies. On the hilltop or in the valley, we are with you wherever life takes you. Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Your health is our business.
Have you heard
heard about the new Softweave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Softweave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Softweave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday. It's a
I exercise and watch what I eat to avoid non-communicable diseases like a stroke or even a heart attack. These NCDs kill our loved ones and cost regional taxpayers dearly. Did you know that? Tune into the Caribbean Economic Forum entitled Managing the Costs and Economic Fallout of Non-Communicable Diseases in the Caribbean. Featured guests include Professor Anderson, Professor Theodore, and Dr. Connell.
Caribbean Economic Forum, this Sunday at 5 p.m. on GBN television channels 7 and 11. GBN, keeping you informed with global issues, anywhere and everywhere.
On Saturday, July 29, Montrouge Plainfield will be transformed into a sea of grills as food, fun, and friends collide. It's the 10th annual Maggie King of the Grill competition. The best chef and barbecue kings and queens compete for cash, a new grill, and the title of Maggie King of the Grill. Come savor the flavors. Try to bust the ice cold bar and let the kids have their way in the bouncing castles, pony rides, slides, and games. Try your hand at dominoes or the beer and leg competition and win instant cash. Come 7 p.m. you go stateside to enjoy performances from top local acts. It's a whole evening of fun at the Maggie King of the Grill, Saturday, July 29 at the Montrouge Plainfield. Gates open from 12 noon. $10 get you on the inside. Powered by Maggie, Hot 98, and GBN Television.
You mentioned the wing high, then you have things like manuals, force combat, you know. We have the low power that.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake, I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
It is important to know what your road signs and markings means. The zigzag lines means you should not park in the marked area. Parking is allowed inside the solid white lines on the edge of the road. Remember, look out for pedestrians. Pedestrians, be sure the vehicle comes to a complete stop before crossing. These tips can save your life. These tips can make our roads safer for all users. Be safe, be seen, be smart. A message from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. It is important to know what your road
my granddaughter.
Want to know which music in tongue poppin'? Rock the box, that's the spot where we discussing all your favorite things. Rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box.
Welcome back, it's your boy JC. This segment is about beauty over brains. And I kid you not. There is gems, a rasta, two rasta. No. There's a salon dread, a rasta. But I didn't call your name.
No salon. Over 30-something years now. No additives, natural.
Natural? So you're natural. One bald head in the mix that just got his ignorance totally rearranged. The boy JC will be back with you on a Thursday night, and this time we're about to get into some culinary night. Carnival is about food, fashion, beauty, everything. That's where Risa comes in. Hello, Risa, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. I'm doing good tonight.
What have you been up to for the last year?
Working, actually, but actually not just working as 9 to 5, but working on music and working on myself.
What have you learned about yourself in that process?
Oh, that I am capable of doing a lot more than I would have expected. I think me 10 years ago would be looking at the person I am today and saying, wow, I'm very proud of you.
Have you ever had the experience of you get to a juncture in your life and you're thinking, wow, this is me. I'm capable of great things. I'm beyond my past expectations.
I think I'm at that midpoint because I believe that there will be greater moments that will come after this. And I think this is the ignition to a journey that's going to be enlightening for me and even more maturing, yeah.
Tell me something about yourself that nobody knows.
But if I tell them, then they'll know.
No, well, they don't know then, they'll know now.
I'm just gonna, peek over there.
Tell me.
I'm gonna peek over there and say the one thing they don't know is I'm gonna, at the end of this night, I should probably have some of that mambu sauce right next to you.
And you are in fact going to have yourself some mambu sauce. Folks, if you're looking for mambu sauce, check out your folks instead of Independence Agencies. Good night to you, Brad Sylvester. And I know you're going to appreciate this. I'm going to sizzle this all over what's happening here. Also with us is a chef from Team Tropical Restaurant, Tropical Caterers inside of Grand Mall. Chef, how are you? Welcome to the program.
I'm quite all right, and how about you, sir?
Me? You want the truth?
Speak the truth.
I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I see fish, I see green bananas, I see cucumbers. I'm in a heavenly place.
Would you like me to describe what's on your plate, sir?
Please describe what's on my plate, sir.
Currently, we had fried fish in a local gravy, green banana salad, and a pickled cucumber and tomato salad.
Hold on. Somebody's not doing me justice, my camera guys. I want you guys to, I'm not seeing my plate. I'll see my plate just now. Thank you. You've done well, Slocum. Yes, so tell me.
So, would you like me to repeat that?
Please, thank you.
Green banana salad, fried fish in gravy, and pickled cucumbers and tomato salad.
Let's slow it down because most people they hear green banana salad, they start thinking fish. Like, What? Tell me.
So
put the green banana salad into perspective for me.
Okay, so coming from Happy Hill, this is something that my grand queen made for me a lot as a child growing up, so it's one of my favorites. So my take on this is creating a garlic and onion puree, and I toss the steamed green bananas, adding seasoning peppers and fresh celery, and tossing that and drizzling with oil. So that stays and marinates for a little while, and I present it on the plate for you.
Oh. And note the use of the language, drizzle with oil.
Drizzle.
Drizzle with oil. Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
And do I get the impression too that it's part of the theme of keeping it local?
Correct. Because our local cuisine is quite it's quite enticing. It's not elevated as much because we focus more. We do a lot of tourism, but we don't do a lot of culinary tourism. So if we invite people to come and try our local dishes, it will expand our horizons and help people understand that this is what has us so strong in the soca arena, in the physical arena, in the sports arena. Everything is from the butt come up.
But you got to, not most people, when they hear green bananas, folks, they don't think, and I think that's what some of the people they lose interest, because when they hear green bananas, they think of it green bananas maybe in a soup, and salt or sauce, and that's it. And we don't often tout the creativity, the culinary side of how we can really elevate this to another level.
There's quite a lot we can do with green bananas. It's something that we need to pay more attention to. We need to pay more attention to because we can actually eat the plant as well. You skim it right down to the center and you eat the core.
Slow down. Eat which plant?
The banana plant. Yeah, you skin, go right down.
What you call in the plant? Make sure I understand, because I get it confused all of a sudden now.
Colloquialism, green fig. So, green fig. You use the green fig plant, you can split it down. It's an Asian dish, so you can split it down to the core, and you make curries, you make stews, many things with the green banana plant. So it's fruit, plant, everything. You can use the plate as the leaves as plate. Sorry. So it's a multi-purpose tool and plant. Sorry.
Pinch me. Okay. Oh God, that was hard. What's wrong with you, lady? Reese?
Yes.
You buying? You taking a little buying in this?
I mean, I love bananas. I love provision. I think you should try cooking the banana flour after you have this. Let's try. Yeah.
The flour?
Yeah, you can cook the flour as well. Just the same way, you peel off the outer layers.
I must do that?
No,
yeah, it's you know.
That's a you for.
We can do that.
What do you think I brought you here?
We can do that.
There's no queen show tonight, you know. There's no king and queen show. Okay, quite interesting. So that's what the green banana, the green banana salad. Tell me about the rest of the plating.
So beside the green banana salad, we also have a pickled tomato and cucumber salad, which I made with vinegar, a touch of brown sugar, and a touch of salt, and I let marinate for about 15 minutes upon my arrival to the kitchen here. So this is what we have set forth before you there, and I actually fried the chicken. This is fish. This is red snapper, and I sauteed the vegetables in the jus of the pot, which is the pan that I fried the fish in. So we keep the flavor, and I sweat tomatoes to create umami.
There's a term that I miss in there.
Jus.
The jus?
The drippings from the meat. Yes.
Spelled how?
You're putting me on the spot here, sir. This is a French word, you know.
Jus.
Yeah, jus. Yeah, jus.
Well, folks, if you didn't learn anything else, I remember this. The jus. Interesting. And was red snapper?
Red snapper, yes, sir.
Okay. In terms of the versatility of red snapper as a fish itself, what are the other options? Grilling, broiling?
Pan-sear, baking, stuffing, breading, subs, sandwiches, salads, steaming, roasting. It's a quite versatile fish, and the texture is flaky, it's sweet, it's very nice. Very nice.
Denisha, you in?
I'm all in.
I hope you know why you're here, right? I see you picking up the microphone and you're leaving it wasn't prepared knife. You're posing it for you now. So about you two wonderful ladies, you're gonna do my testing for me, testing for me tonight. But tell me some of the other, the offerings of tropical catering services.
Well, at the moment, we are at the point of revamping our menu, so we're trying to upgrade and upscale for the carnival season, so we can actually create boutique style cooking, so it's quite unique. So we have butler pass, we do a lot of finger foods, then we'll try to incorporate a lot of local recipes, local items, lunch items, dinner items. You all just, as you see, the manager is beside you, you're quite acquainted with him. I know he'll pass along the information, the relevant information, to which people can get in contact with the company and find out everything that we have to offer in soon time.
The manager, you mean Wade Phillip?
Yes, sir.
That's the manager?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And why you assume I know him? That's just joking. Wade probably said to me, what's wrong with this fella, boy? He just disowned me like this? Reese, I get the sense that beyond what we see, the glow and the beauty. You like your belly.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for the compliment. You have to eat to live, so, and in order for
Same thing I said.
not to be mistaken, I'm not living to eat,
right.
But the brain needs food too.
Okay, so here's what we are going to do. Wait, is it possible that maybe you can get us a smaller dish so we can separate? I want, you like green bananas?
I love green bananas.
So you will taste the green bananas for me. Pri, you will do the vegetables and some fish.
Yeah, the fish.
I try to see how much I can save. all over third. Yes, Wade. Yes. No, wrong. Pass the wrong. Don't. Wrong. Pass me. Yeah. No. Lord. Look at how Wade almost. And stay very, very low. Well, Seth, you better go. You better go. I don't want to touch no cord there, you know. You're like a spoiled child. So tell us more about Tropical. I mean, well, you do catering. What are the events that you cater for?
Well, at the moment, I'm trying to establish my own personal catering business, which is. Oh. When I say this. Pause. Let's clarify.
Better clarify.
Let's clarify. I sell my services as a chef.
Oh, you're chef for hire.
Correct. So I have my own company to which we have a collaboration with Mr. Wade, with another chef who has his own catering company to which he has a collaboration. So we came together to create an exquisite product from I am 9 years in the field, the other individual is on 10 years in the field, so we're trying to bring our experiences together to create a gem.
How important is that though? I mean, that collaboration with the aim of taking the industry to the next level?
Well, there needs to be a culinary standard in Grenada, something that people can say, this is what we expect from you when we get here, and there's so much to offer. There's so much plant life, so much fruit, so much vegetables that we can create so much with, that when people come here, they don't expect what they get where they're from or seeing items that relate to where they're from. They want items that relate to the place which they are, and food is something that takes you on a trip. It gives you, if you can have a bite and it takes you back to your childhood, then that's a good meal. So this is the kind of, that's the kind of elevation in our culinary standard to which I would think that we aspire to at the moment.
But I think I just want to let Troy know that he's not talking about cereal to take you back to your childhood. Yeah.
No. You remember your mother's cooking, your grandmother's cooking, your fireside plates and stuff.
Well, we can hear Wade coming from half a mile. So folks, we are going to do this. We're going through the sampling process. So we say you will do some testing for me, give me your true thoughts on it. Reminding you, we want to say to remind you folks, we're getting ready for King of the Grill. We want to say thanks to Maggie and thanks to our wonderful friends from Quartz. Please and thank you, Calon. I think we need a plate tonight, huh? Okay. So I'm going to share for you.
Okay. We go ahead and
sure. So we're going to do this. Folks, remember to check them out. Check out the man Wade. If you can't ever remember how to get a hold of Wade, all you need to do is give me a call, and I'm going to take care of that for you. Again, remind you, King of the Grill, it is in the making. The date has already been set, and we are getting ready. Denisha, you said you actually don't eat fish, right? You don't eat fish, right? I do. You do eat fish? You eat everything? Everything. I brought the wrong person here, boy. Everything I try to think Daddy should eat, she eats it.
I hope the mambo sauce will reach across to me as well.
Right? What's with you in the mambo sauce? The mambo sauce belongs to me.
The mambo sauce the colors are so vivid. I wish I was wearing an outfit similarly colored tonight.
So here's what we're going to do. My dear Denisha, this is for you. I put this here. Thank you, camera guys. And Denisha. Yes. Folks, it's all back on Denisha now. Let's do it. So who's going to go first? Hold on, guys. Let's go. Yes, Denisha. Yeah. Let's do this. Your thoughts. Compliments of Pri, hold on now. Are you busy? Okay, hold on. Okay. Guys, we're on Pri now. Tell me Pri. Yes, Pri.
That was a fish.
That was a fish, so tell me about the fish. Texture, seasoning.
I feel like our local seasoning.
Nice.
Extra good.
You get
salad, the salad, the banana salad.
Bang on target.
Compliment the fish.
Nice.
Could you take your finger and just touch it?
Well, you get a whole belly full, Pri.
Go show you all.
Okay, Pri, so we're going to head across to Risa. Risa, what's happening for you?
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
You're going to get a live reaction from me.
Hold on, guys. Hold for me. Hold for me. I want to get a live reaction from Risa. Hold on, Risa. Hold on. Okay. She's up. Uh-huh. I see a smile.
I'm never going to eat potato salad again.
Okay.
For real.
Pri, you agree?
Trust me, this inside.
Are you sure this is fish?
I don't know. I haven't tasted it yet. The chef is next to you.
Yeah, salad. Yeah, bro.
Chef, you did that.
I appreciate it.
Trust me.
Oh no. It's good. It's really good.
Okay, Reese, let's do this. Now I want to get everybody's individual reaction. Let me get yours. So you're starting with the green bananas. Uh-huh.
Trust me. I'm hitting all.
You're in. Tell me. Yeah, don't speak with food in your mouth. Yeah, that's yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes.
The green bananas are cooked perfectly. The flavor is point on.
Right.
Tastes really good.
Tastes really
As
good.
Risa said, I will not be eating potato salad again. Really good.
Tell me about the fish. You also have to though put a little bit of mambo sauce on your fish, on your green bananas. That's gonna just put a little drizzle here for you.
That's drizzle?
Yeah, that's well, drizzle according to size. They see that big drizzle for me is not his kind of drizzle. The shot call.
Mambo, that's really good.
The mambo's nice.
Very nice.
Okay, so we go for the fish.
Get in there.
Stop guys out there. Watch out. Thing inside there. Thing inside, boy.
Which is excellent.
Trust me.
Folks, it is sort of things that happens here only in the Rock of the Box. We'll take a quick commercial break. We allow the team to enjoy the rest of the culinary night. Reese is here. We're going to chit-chat with her. We will return with Troy, Cess, and the gang. Pri's going to take us out with a cricketing story. Of course, Razor. Blazer shopping like a razor, and I tell you, he's not the top. Listen again, he's almost like a tongue twister. He's not the top cop, but he is the top cat. Take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box.
Do you have muscular pain that no one can find a solution for? Are you tired of taking meds for joint and other pains? Hills and Valley Medicare Center on Grenville Street, St. George is here to help you heal. We will help you map a path to your full recovery. Visit us Monday to Saturday for a consultation with our on-site doctor, physiotherapist, and massage team. You will be glad you did. Our Medicare Center, a proud member of the Hills and Valley group of companies. On the hilltop or in the valley, we are with you wherever life takes you. Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Your health is our business.
Have you heard about the new soft weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Whoa, whoa. the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday.
I exercise and watch what I eat to avoid non-communicable diseases like a stroke or even a heart attack. These NCDs kill our loved ones and cost regional taxpayers dearly. Did you know that? Tune into the Caribbean Economic Forum entitled Managing the Costs and Economic Fallout of Non-Communicable Diseases in the Caribbean. Featured guests include Professor Anderson, Professor Theodore, and Dr. Connell.
Caribbean Economic Forum, this Sunday at 5 p.m. on GBN television channels 7 and 11. GBN, keeping you informed with global issues, anywhere and everywhere.
On Saturday, July 29, Montrouge Plainfield will be transformed into a sea of grills as food, fun, and friends collide. It's the 10th annual Maggie King of the Grill competition. The best chef and barbecue kings and queens compete for cash, a new grill, and the title of Maggie King of the Grill. Come savor the flavors. Try to bust the ice cold bar and let the kids have their way in the bouncing castles, pony rides, slides, and games. Try your hand at dominoes or the beer and leg competition and win instant cash. Come 7 p.m. you go stateside to enjoy performances from top local acts. It's a whole evening of fun at the Maggie King of the Grill, Saturday, July 29 at the Montrouge Plainfield. Gates open from 12 noon. $10 get you on the inside. Powered by Maggie, Hot 98, and GBN Television.
Mr. mentioned the wing high, then you have things like Manumos, must come back, you know. We have the low power there.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
Box, we say we'll be jamming here on a Thursday. 8:30 we tuning in here. When you all the fed, the food and the music, we'll be talking about everything. When you rock the box, dice the spot. So you want to hear about events and things. Rock the box, dice the spot. Want to know which music in tongue popping. Rock the box, dice the spot. Where we discussing all your favorite things. Rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box. Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say,
Thank you. Welcome back, folks. I feel like doing a little mambo. I feel like doing a little tango. I feel like playing a game of cricket. Tapri is going to be umpiring and taking care of those things. Denisha's still here. Reese is still here. So too is Cess and Troy. Cess almost looks like a little Elmo in the mix there. Yeah, he looks like an Elmo. Yeah, and then Troy looks like the guy from Aladdin, the genie that came into the the big bulky one. And of course there was Princess Jasmine. Princess Jasmine. And then there's all sensational issues here. And then there is Shrek. I'm in the midst, folks. There's always about having fun. So before I get to you though, Risa, there's a little rhythm that's in your head that you can't get rid of. Tell me what it is.
Right now that rhythm is the funky soca rhythm. It's produced by Jambalasi, and I'm honored to be one of the first queens to have an official soca rhythm, an official soca song out, and to actually be able to showcase my musical ability, because my first affinity and first and foremost would always be music. I grew up in music, I still make music, and outside of pageantry, I am a music baby. I was one of the youngest GBN Gospel Challenge winners, and I think it's nice for people to see my growth and my transition from a child singing to an adult being able to make uplifting songs. Yeah.
What about the rhythm that resonates with you?
I liked that it was a traditional rhythm, first of all, and that it's acting somewhat of a bridge between the older generation, let's say my grandmother, grandfather's generation, bridging all the way through my mom's generation for Carnival to, let's say, Gen Z, my generation of Carnival. So it's not only giving us percussion, brass instruments, and that bass we like for young people, you know, we like that doo-dum doo-dum in our chest. It's also giving us the opportunity to hear what it's like to fuse those two eras of music together. And I was honored to be able to write on the rhythm, first of all, not just sing somebody else's song.
Yeah, because we are going to get a chance in a bit to listen to it. Yeah. Since there's a lot, I know when it comes to Spice Mass and you want, this is not your first and last visit here. Yeah. There's so much that has to be done between now and Carnival. What are some of the priority areas in terms of, is there a schedule that you're working with?
Yeah. Some of which I already gave you, for example, things like registration, things like making sure tendering and so is taken care of to put all the package together. But behind all of that, the whole question of the events to be unfolded. So, for example, from the 6th of June, you know, you have the quarterfinals for the soca, and we go all the way down to that week in August. So, you know, there's a lot happening, and we want people to get whipped up. For example, there have been a number of stakeholders meeting as well, making sure the Calypsonians, the soca artists, the panmen, the masqueraders, everybody in tune have an idea what's going on. And we want to give everybody the space. So whether it's the traditional mass, for example, we're looking at ensuring that the traditional mass, which a lot of emphasis is being placed on, will have their space during the Carnival period where they can showcase what they do best, their creativity, including the old mass, to get a chance to freely express themselves. So we're hoping to use the carnage for that purpose, if I may say, free of interference of everything else. So as early as now, as we lead and we get into it, we're asking, for example, the people like the DJs to take note, because what we would want and what we hope is that when people like the traditional mass who basically create their own sound, when they're there portraying their creativity, that the people will allow them to do so free of, let's say, the DJ music. You know, these are some of the things we want to make sure that the whole question of how we parade on the streets in terms of managing time and nice flow, people adhere to the marshals and the police officers. So it's a lot in the making, and a lot of these are the things that we are working on presently to make sure, as Stalpri said, that big influx, that big Spice Mass that we're expecting, that is not just big, but it's big, it's organized, it's something that is structured, especially when we're thinking of the fact that we're going to be streaming. All these things are important. What we bring out, what we push outside it to the world, that it's intact.
Well, in the midst of all of that, summer is going to be ready. It is going to be great, but Flo is going to make sure that some 8,000 plus customers existing or potential get on board with this joy.
Of course. And just like Cecil would have just said, it's going to be streaming. So customers that aren't here, customers that don't necessarily want to go into the stadium, they will be able to stream all of those events live from home. And one of the things that we're doing to ensure that they're going to be able to stream that interruption-free is that we actually have an ongoing upgrade on our network. Now, you would have probably seen, we would have sent out a couple of SMS over the weekend, letting people know that we're doing work in Lotus Lane, Tantine, Mount Parnassus, etc. And we plan to have all of these works going on all the way down towards Carnival to ensure that everybody will have a seamless connection with their home connectivity on the internet come Carnival time.
Come Carnival, seamless connectivity. That's what we do. We powered by Flow, making sure that we get you, give you the right connectivity that you need. The Oro ladies, they're going to be blazing.
But of course, in HD.
In HD. Yeah. Talk. All times to Flow. Last few thoughts. Where can we find you? Contact numbers.
Okay, well, you can find us on Mass Camp. Is located at GCNA building on the top floor. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook or Luxury Carnival. And you know, if you have any questions, any queries, you can just shoot us a DM or you can contact us via email or luxurycarnival.com. I believe you could go online. But we're there to answer your questions, and we're here to make that carnival experience with Oro an epic one to remember and doing it even better next year.
It's a carnival to remember. We're getting ready to wrap. I need Blazer.
Before you do that, though, I'm hearing of all the excitement going on, and I want people to know that the tickets are already online on sale. And I will add, they are going fast. In a short space of time that we have the tickets on sale, I'm monitoring, I'm seeing over 100 already tickets gone for soca. We probably are around in the 50s for Queen Show.
Well, we need all of them to go.
So we're going. We are going. So I'm urging people to please get online, purchase your tickets early, because the early birds would only catch the worm, but they will get it at a better price.
And better seats.
And better seats.
Yeah.
Because as we move from early birds to regular, the price climbs. So
the price climbs.
Get it early.
Take advantage of that. Blazer, I know you all eat, nigga, right? Just kick in. Fall in line. That's the point with free black people here.
Well, also, before they jump on that, I just wanted to point out, Cecil said that the tickets are going fast, and they are. But we still, remember, we're giving customers an opportunity. So if you miss it from Cecil, you can still win it from us.
You can still win it from Flow. 8,000
prizes.
And prizes, folks, is going to be excited. Come Blazer, fall in. Take your mic, come, you're going to give him a mic. Folks, we're getting ready to wrap this up. I tell you, it's a bumper ride. Seth, stay right where you are. I didn't nobody ask you to on mic. Follow instructions on national television and in my studio. I'm in charge here. So, come on guys, fall in. Well, I guess TC belly full. Yeah, right? That's what's going on. Folks, we're going up with a bang, but before we go, Pre has this one in his head. He needs to get it out of his head. Folks, come John TC, come on, give them a background. The whole kit and caboodle. Reminding you that for the summer promotion with Troy and the rest of the gang inside of Flow, 8,000 plus customers can be part of it. You want to look hot and sizzling for the holiday, for the summer? Of course, the folks from inside of Oro, they are going to take you on a journey that makes you go, wow. Ladies, you're going to bounce. Bounce. And when I say bounce, I mean it literally. You are going to be bounce. Reese is she's still rocking to the funky rhythm. Yeah. We're going to hear a lot more of it as the season continues. Pre, take us away. We feel as though we are choir in here.
Well, I just want to say, I want to reiterate the tickets. Pre-day tickets launch and early birds went before you wink in less than 24 hours, so that also tells you what's going to happen. But I don't want what I think is a lot of the people that coming from abroad, they organize. They want to get the ticket for Soca Mona, for pre-day, for this show, for that show. So I think the locals didn't get the benefit of the early birds.
Right.
So catch them now, because the price goes up every time.
The price goes
Get the tickets now. Soca Mona, because you might sit and bring Soca Mona.
You might sit and bring
Soca Mona pre-day.
But just in case we see you in Soca Mona, I want you to do a special tune for me before you go. Let's talk some cricket. Sing some cricket. Folks, it's the entire kit and kibbutz, JC, Sesh, Troy, Risa.
Well, and I must say I have a special guest coming in, Dwayne Bravo. called, and he's on pre-day. He's going to be hosting. So you see, I have a cricketer on pre-day coming up. So look out for that.
Well, we have a bowler.
And
by the way, Bravo is what you call a depth bowler. So let's think about those depth bowlers in them.
So you see me this year, me and playing cricket with man, me and making joke with no man, me and playing sport with no man. I want all you understand what? Grenada bowlers, Grenada real fast bowlers, Jamaica bowlers, Jamaica wicked bowlers, Trinidad bowlers, Trinidad what? Artists does bowl, and police does bowl, them teachers does bowl, and doctors does bowl, politician does bowl, technician does bowl, bus drivers does bowl, them out of when I play cricket with girls, that is my section. Don't need no gloves, don't need protection. Real good batsman, I play cricket with love. Good size of bat and a wonderful cuff. Me and playing cricket with man. Me and playing sport with no man. Me and making joke with no man. I want to tell you that.
And ironic is a bunch of them in the back. Anyway, folks, we leave this conversation here. Your boy Tabri Blazer, TC Risa. There is Troy in the mix. Summer's going to be sizzling. Follow the folks of SMC. Follow the folks of our JC here. Peace and love all the time. We do this next week. A whole lot of fun inside of the studio, the place we call the Icebox. So long.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say.